Hi, this is Cardiff Metropolitan University, and we are live on the Landaf campus. This is the Global Week, and this initiative is one that is funded by the Global Grant, which seeks to cover a series of interviews to promote cultural diversity amongst nationalities that are represented here in the university. Currently, we'll be interviewing countries such as Nigeria, Nepal, Fiji, just name it. And of course, we'll have the locals amongst us as well. You don't want to miss this. Come along with us even as we go right into the interview series and get excited. Thank you. All right, so we've toured around the world and we've finally gotten to somewhere we call Nepal. I think that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this because I want to know more about Nepal, and I'm sure you want to as well. Today we have Doma Sherpa with us, and she's going to tell us about Nepal. Doma, will you want to tell us something about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
And so
please.
I'm from Nepal, and Nepal is a beautiful, landlocked, mountainous country which is situated in between India and China.
Wow.
Yeah.
In between India and China. So
Yeah.
it's somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, it's an
That's
Asian
right.
continent. Yeah.
Okay then. So what's that unique thing about Nepal? There's something, I'm sure, from inside of everybody, there's something about where you come from. What's that one unique thing that you want to tell us about Nepal?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
There are many, but to
Okay.
be specific, like
Okay.
to focus about the culture, like we are multinational, like multilingual, multi-religious, multicultural, and multi-ethnical country. So there are around, though we are small in size, so there are around 126 ethnic groups in our country, and they speak almost like 123 languages
Oh, wow.
in the country.
Interesting. Interesting. What's the size of Nepal?
It's
I'm trying to place that with the number of languages. What's the size of Nepal?
It's
If you want to look at it in the light of the UK, would you say it's as big as the Wales? Would you say it's like England? Would you say it's like the whole of it together?
to be specific, like it is like Nepal size is like around 22 times like smaller than India.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
than
that
India.
it's that small. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have about 123
languages and 126
Wow.
ethnic groups. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. How does that make you feel?
That's quite a lot of languages in one country, isn't it? I mean, if you compare it to the UK, obviously you've got the English, you've got the Scottish, the Irish, and the Welsh, and then you've got the different accents.
Yeah, because I was going to say that about the accent, because so for some countries, when you say this is the language, there are some that even within the language they have different dialects.
Dialects, yes.
Do you have dialects like that in the Welsh?
In the UK you do, because obviously you've got your northern accent, like Birmingham and northern England. But obviously, even within Scotland itself, you've got your different dialects. But yeah, so it depends where you're in the UK and how quickly you pick it up.
Really. So in other words, if you hear a Birmingham person speaking, you are likely to know that this is a
if you know what a Birmingham accent sounds like, but or Northern England accent. But yes, even with a Welsh accent,
I know.
You can pick up if it's like northern
Really?
Wales. So it all depends how quickly and if you've grown up in that region as well.
Interesting. Interesting.
Lovely. So that will take us to tradition. How do people in your country celebrate their traditions and festival? And what are some of the most important ones, that it's very peculiar, very unique to your country when it comes to tradition and, celebration, festival period and all that?
Yeah, so Nepal is basically like the core cultural concept is based on the religion. So most of the festivals that we celebrate are based on the religious festivals that we do. Yeah, so yeah, to talk about the most important ones, like being the Hindus, the majority population in Nepal. So it's Hindus, they celebrate Dasai and Tihar as the major festivals.
When do they have that celebration?
It's on September.
September.
Yeah.
When in September? Is it fixed,
there is
or
no,
they can pick any,
yeah, pick
or the
any,
whole
because
September?
yeah, they don't have a fixed date. Like
Okay.
they follow the Nepali calendar.
Oh,
So it's,
lovely.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they
But
don't
it's
have.
usually done in
In
September.
September.
Yeah, it's usually in September. And talking about the other like specific ones, like for me, like I'm Sherpa community.
Okay.
So like we celebrate Losar as our
Losar,
festival. Yeah.
okay.
What does that
usually
mean?
falls, Losar is New Year actually.
New Year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Lo means
when
year
you have
and
that?
Sar means year. So yeah, it's New Year.
Oh,
Yeah.
when do you have that?
It usually falls in January.
January.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know you'll be so happy to have celebrated it before coming down here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
What about the UK? Especially your own part of the UK. Do you have any tradition, any festive period that you know it's
What do
unique?
you hold most dearly?
Do you have?
Well, I'm not Welsh, but
Okay.
if you today
It's fine.
is St David's Day, so that's a day of
Oh.
celebrating
Oh,
St
lovely.
David's. So it is a Welsh festival. You probably would have seen it around here as well.
Yeah, I
But,
did.
I mean, you've got. Well, might be able to answer that more, but because I'm not from here. But you've got different. So you have the Welsh National Day, but then also you've got Scotland and Ireland will have their own sort of St Patrick's Day and so forth. So, but those are sort of the main ones.
That's for Wales. Where exactly are you from?
I was born in Germany.
Lovely.
I was born in Germany, but then
Okay.
we've travelled around a bit. So I grew up in different areas.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
She's the image of diversity.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I am.
Yeah.
Slightly, yes. 'Cause then we moved to Switzerland, and then I grew up in Israel. And then I came here.
Wow, lovely.
There we go. But then I came here as a student, so I studied here as well.
Oh,
Many years
beautiful.
ago. Many years ago. But yes, so it's what attracted me in Cardiff, that it's a really diverse city. And that's why, decided to stay here. Yeah.
This is really interesting. I think this makes so much sense. Okay, so I can see something on this table. What's this about? Is this your flag?
Yeah, it's my country's flag, Nepal's flag, and
oh
so yeah.
my gosh, this is a
It just
proud.
has the moon and sun over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so what does that? Is there anything?
Like
do
it
the
just
symbols
symbolizes
represent
like
anything?
until the moon and sun is there in the universe, our country remains. Because our country, like Nepal, is one of the country like which is not conquered by any country else. Like we don't have any independence to. Because we were like able to defeat all the enemies that during the war and everything. Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
nice.
And what about that?
It's a small statue of Lord Buddha. Yeah, I
Okay.
think most of the people know that Lord Buddha, like he's the preacher of Buddhism. Yeah, and
yeah,
he's
I
also
think I've
known
heard
as the
about
light
it.
of Asia. And so he was born in my country, Nepal.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was
so
born in
yeah, Nepal. Yeah,
Oh,
so that's why I
this is
brought it.
beautiful.
Interesting.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Well done. So, just to wrap up this whole session, we were wondering, what, in your opinion, what do you think is the most important thing about diversity, or how important do you think the concept of diversity is?
Oh yeah, I think diversity is very important, and so we being a Nepali, like we already have like various like ethnic groups and culture and caste, languages, everything in our country. So we always believe in unity in diversity concept. Yeah. So coming here at Wales, like I could meet people from different countries, and so like it quite connected me like from different backgrounds, different nations, like so it is very important. I believe diversity is important because it connects us, like it unites us.
Together. Thank you so much. This is really breathtaking, mind blowing, and all of that. I never would have thought that Nepal had 123 languages.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so really. I think these are the kind of people we should call around here when we talk about diversity, you know.
True.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Doma,
much
for coming around, and we really do appreciate it. To the viewers, we are on to the next country. Let's go there.